Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And in recent seasons, he's really elevated his game and become one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL when he's out there leading his squad. He completed over 72% of his passes last season, which led the league, and he's looking to be even better in this season.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Achane. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where...
And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2. And they'll run it here. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Patterson's kick is good. And the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. That was a long, sustained opening drive, but in the end, only able to get 3, the field goal out of it.
And absolutely, you'll take the points and the early leads. You never get those back. But there will be a little bit of disappointment that they didn't punch it in for 6 after that kind of yardage and that kind of drive that they had. And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
will get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And prior to last season, his team asked him to put everyone on his back and carry them to success, and he did exactly that. Now, at this point in his career, all he cares about is postseason success and finding a way to get his team to a Super Bowl.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack?
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Yeah, he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
Allen. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the 1st on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A good solid game there on 1st down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. They'll try the middle with Cook. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he is caught. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 40.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the 1st drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game, and it will continue after picking up another 1st there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now Allen. That's caught. It's Coleman. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Allen going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he stopped immediately there. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gets around him, and he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Johnson on its punt free. Football's out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost them.
So Miami coming out for their second drive. If they take over in a precarious spot here, albeit after forcing the fumble at the goal line, this is safety territory as they start from their own 1. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. 2nd and short now following the fumble. And now they'll throw with Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Khalil Shakir from 4 yards out. And the Bills are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right.
high
That's
mark.
the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it was all polished off with a Khalil Shakir touchdown catch. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, That's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
A give left side. Here's Achane. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Tua. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Daquan Jones in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Back deep for Buffalo, Brandon Condrington. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Josh Allen and the Bills set to take over again. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a 1st down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And complete. Right side to Cook. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Allen now looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it brings up 35 now.
Let's not quibble about the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Allen. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 38. The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, here's Tua. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Now issues here on the snap. It is away, but he did not get all of it. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Cook again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
That's good for a
But we always
Bills.
talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
First down, here's the run with Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd and 4. They run the counter with Cook. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. To the air, Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 19. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. 2nd and 9. To throw, it's Allen. Open man is Palmer. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Now Allen. Touchdown! James Cook from 13 yards out. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Now Prater to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Achane here, they stay on the ground. A nice little juke. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now a toss right side, Achane with it. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Patterson's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Ty Johnson. And down inside the 10, they finally stop him, but what a return. It'll be first and goal.
In a game like this, you're fighting, you're scratching, you're clawing, you're hammering away. That return has the feel of maybe cracking the rock and giving them a chance to get a big-time advantage.
The Bills' offense set to take over to begin quarter number 3. The big kick return nearly resulted in 6. Now they'll try to finish the job here, first and goal. Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set them up with golden field position. They'll run with Cook. And he will maneuver his its way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
And Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this, and in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Prater's kick is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the 2nd half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Over the middle, complete. That's Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
Up the middle, Achane. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Now a 2nd and 2. In motion, Hill. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game. Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Pretty good job there defensively of stringing that one out.
Yeah, you've got a quarterback who's waiting and waiting for something to develop, and it just never materialized, and down he went behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
3rd and 2. Motion man is Shakir. A fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he ggets to play in the game.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
In motion, the tight end. Tua going to throw. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there. Those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st down, Dolphins.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Play action, now it's Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. That It's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Under pressure, and they got to him again. T.J. Sanders. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showing some tough running there. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Cook up the gut. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
3rd and 6.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter. The Bills on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Has his man, it's Shakir. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
3rd and 1.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Allen now on the sneak. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down, 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out, and we've got them now.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time, and a first down.
That's another Bills first down.
This has been a tremendous drive to this point, and this is all you want, playing with a lead in the 4th quarter. If you can keep the ball on the ground, keep the sticks moving, you're going to be in good shape to finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Prater's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. T.J. Sanders able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That's Tua's running back complete. And he will have a Dolphins 1st down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
Miami.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Tua sets up to pass it. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ballgame. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
The comebacker is complete. It's Eskridge with it. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that 1st down carry.
Now Allen. Setting up the screen for Cook. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call a position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Dolphins about set to go to work on offense. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Out route to Hill, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the gun, it's Tua. Finding Waddle crossing the field and bringing it in. And Waddle going to have a a Dolphins first down as the tackle is made right at the 25-yard line.
First down, Dolphins.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Buffalo.